Good day, students. My name is Maritz. I'm the SBS tutor for the students in the north, Oshakati, Katima, Runtu, and also in Walvis Bay. The aim of this presentation is to give you some guidance. Everything, all the information is available on the student portal. You can read it yourself. I'm not going to explain everything to you. Therefore, your communication to me is also very important. On your portal, there is my information is available. Now, you can contact me anytime, any day. You can SMS to me. I will call you back. You can email things to me, questions that you have. Make sure that your mobile number or any contact number is available, because I will call you back. I will not answer your email. It is very time consuming, and I prefer to talk to you directly. So make sure that you communicate to me. Make sure that if you have questions, then please call me and ask me. Then we can clear it out so that you can know what to do. Now let us start with the assignment. Again, all the information is available to you. What I want to add is that you must read the questions. There are questions that start with a verb. Summarize something, explain something, describe something. And this can be very confusing. My best advice to you is always write a sentence when you answer. The second thing is start with your assignment as quickly as possible. Do not wait till the end. Then you are under pressure. And then it is when you start copy it from somebody else. So start now with your assignments. Let us look now at the lesson preparations and the presentations. Read your SBS guides so that you can have the correct number of preparations and presentations. When we look at the lesson preparation, please do not use the school's lesson preparation form. It differs. Do not make notes and then try to write it later. From the beginning, you start with your written lesson in the guide. You write your lessons today that you must present tomorrow. Do not wait till the end of SBS and then try to write all 16 or 20 lessons. Again, you will be under pressure, and then you make mistakes, or then you copy from somebody else. So the moment you start with your presentations, you write your lesson in the SBS guide. The evaluations in the SBS guide, you will see the evaluation forms that the teacher must use to evaluate your lesson. Read the number of evaluations that must happen. Make sure that you write numbers all over where numbers are needed. Don't make use of a tick to indicate something, because I do spot checks and I do calculations, so make sure that all the final grades and all the grades is in everything in numbers. You will see there is a guide, some guidance on the page just before your evaluation forms that you can read to see how you must complete this evaluation form and how to do the calculations on it. Then there are forms at the back. That is very important. You have on page 92, but I think it can differ from SBS guide to SBS guide, the weak and the strong points. You must write at least a paragraph about the weak and the strong points. And the aim of that is for your next SBS to read up again your weak points and try to improve on that. That is how you develop. I don't want weak points by telling me there are too many children in the classroom, or you struggle with the language, or the learners did not listen to you. Ask your assessor teacher to give you information, your weak and strong points about your presentation itself, because that is what you need to improve. Then the next form to fill in is the record of the teacher's assessed lessons. There you write only the information about the assessed lessons, the date, the topic, the score, and very important, the signature of the teacher, because that signature is the proof that you present the lesson. Should it happen that there is a mistake with one of the scores, then let the teacher draw a line through it and write in the correct score and just a paragraph to indicate that he or she did it. Do not use Tipex. The next form to complete is the record of the lesson presentations. There are no scores available, just the date, the topic, and the signature of the teacher. That is important again. The principal's report, make sure that you get the principal's report. You can put it in an envelope, because I first look at the principal's report. If that report is not there, I cannot evaluate your SBS guide, because there is no proof that you were at the school. And that principal's letter or confidential letter is the one that proves that you were at the school. Redos, you receive your marks with an SMS. And then you want to start immediately with your redo, while your SBS guide marked one is not with you at all. Wait till you receive your SBS guide so that you can see what mistakes did you make, and then you do your redo. You must, if it comes to the redo of the assignment, you must answer all the questions again. But focus on the questions that I marked, because I will mark it again. Don't change the other questions that I did not mark. There are final dates for your SBS guides and the redo. I don't know the dates, but I believe that you have it, or that you receive it, you get that information. Please keep to these dates, because if you hand it in late, then the officers will not accept it, and then you must wait till the next SBS. So keep to your final dates that you received. The guidance on the lesson preparations, I already explained that to you. You can read this, what is on your handout available. Let us look at the lesson planning, the pre-presentation component. First of all, there's a syllabus topic. As a teacher, you can get this information from the teacher. In fact, it must be part of the information that you receive to do your preparation. The situation analysis, for some unknown reason, it is always, I don't know why the students do not understand it, but let us make it very simple. The situation analysis is about the knowledge that the learners have at that moment. There are learners coming from homes with a TV, and the parents are well educated, so they have information about any kind of topic. But there are many learners coming from the bushes that do not have access to a radio on TV and these things. They don't know. So the learners sitting in your class may have different information. Some can count already, and some cannot count. you indicate, and the key word is prior knowledge. You indicate it by saying the learners has prior knowledge about this topic, or they don't have, or some of the learners have it and some not, or I assume that the learners have knowledge about it. Again, this information you can get from the class teacher, because all the subjects have the same theme at that moment. What you also can do, maybe you're a teacher yourself at this moment, so you know, but just get it, and you will see on the evaluation form B1, the assessor will evaluate you on that prior knowledge, so you must indicate it somewhere in your lesson also. So make sure that you put in the situation of the learners, the knowledge, as we called it, situation analysis. Learning outcome, that is the main part of your lesson. This is what you want to teach the learners to understand at the end of the period. It's good if you start your learning outcome by saying, by the end of this lesson, I want the learners to be able to count from 1 to 10. This is a simple example. But start with it by the end of this lesson. In your closure states, you will come back to this learning outcome, because you must find out if you were successful in your lesson or not. The broader outcome, you explain why this learning outcome. Why is this learning outcome so important? Counting is part of daily life. You count cars, you count cows, you do calculations when you are doing shopping. That is why your learning outcome counting is important. Resources, as you all know, in pre-primary and in lower primary, the learners they like to see something. So resources play a big role. To write to me the Bible is a resource, that is not good enough. Or to write the sport field is, no, it is there. The resources is that something extra that you cut out somewhere, or you print out something, or you even make something yourself, and the learners enjoy it, and you use it during your lessons when you present it. B1, the introduction, the motivation focus phase. This is the beginning of your lesson. This is where you do something to get the attention of the learners immediately. You will see during your time at the school, there's always a lot of disorder and chaos between the two periods. When the bell rings, then there is chaos in the class. And to get the learners back, to get the attention, you plan something to get the attention. It is also important is that in this introduction phase, you give the information to the learners about the learning outcome. You tell them what you are going to do today. And then any other activity to get the attention. You can read your evaluation form. You will see there is a number 1, the introduction. There are 4 or 5, I think 4 criteria. You will see that the assessor will evaluate you on this part. So read it, then you will get good information of what to put there. The space is very small, so think before you ink. Think what to write. That is why I'm saying it is so important that you do your written lesson today, that you are going to present tomorrow. Do not wait till the end, because at that moment when you prepare, you know exactly what to write down. It is there. The information processing phase, B2, you will see the steps are numbered. I want teacher steps. I want to read what you do. I want to read how you present your lesson. I'm not sitting in your classroom. I'm reading your written lesson. So I must read in your written lesson what you did in the classroom. So I want teacher steps. Again, you will see the space is very small. So think, plan your written part. Do not put in a lot of lesson information. I cannot do anything with it. I'm not interested in it. I'm only interested in how you present your lesson. Do not write in what the learners are doing. The learners will follow your instructions. If you write, the teachers instruct the learner to color in that paper. Do not write and the learners color in the paper. It is, you waste space. Just focus on the teacher's activities and keep to that numbers and write as many steps as possible. The assessment and reinforcement phase B3. That is when you are finished with your lesson. Now, you must find out if the learners understand your lesson. You go back to your learning outcome. You must find out, was your lesson successful? So normally you will summarize the lesson. You will ask questions. You will give them something to do, or maybe a group discussion, and then you end your lesson. Final remark, you can read it yourself. All I'm saying is, students, is enjoy your SBS time, because this is practice. This is where you learn how to teach. Let me point out shortly, your assignment, start now with it. Your written lessons, write today what you are going to present tomorrow. Do not wait till the end of SBS. Check your SBS guide. Make sure that all the forms are completed, because if it is not, I either deduct marks or I send it back to you, and then you wait a long time before I can get it. Communication to me, very, very important. Contact me, you have my information. If you do not have money on your cell phone, SMS to me your question, I will call you back. Email to me, I will call you back. Just make sure there is a contact number. And thank you very much, and enjoy your SBS time. It is really a nice time at school. It is a time where you start preparing yourself for what you want to do one day. Thank you.